ARLECCHINO just released, and with her comes up a lot of new questions, because her kit is kinda confusing. For example, ARLECCHINO cannot be healed during combat, right? But what about food? Can she be healed with food in the middle of a fight? Because eating is different than healing, right? Or maybe not. This and many more questions are gonna be answered in this video. I'm Kydro, and if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you subscribe, stick around, but now enjoy the video. One of the first questions that I had is, does her weapon appearance, the scythe, only change when you have the 5-star signature weapon? Or can you use a normal weapon like a 3-star or 4-star weapon and it also turns into a scythe? Well, this can be answered pretty easily. As you can see, I have the Staff of Thoma here, and it doesn't look like a scythe. It is equipped on ARLECCHINO, but no scythe, right? So if you do one attack, the appearance doesn't really change. But when you do 2 attacks, there actually is a scythe effect on the staff or on the polearm, which is a pretty neat thing in my opinion, because I thought this scythe appearance is pretty much locked behind a paywall with getting the signature weapon from ARLECCHINO. One thing to note though is that her signature weapon also is a normal polearm when you don't do normal attacks. The first normal attack also doesn't change its appearance. Only if you do the second one, it actually changes into an actual scythe. And the effect actually holds up longer and looks way more significant than when you don't have the signature weapon. Even if she puts it back, the scythe effect actually holds up. Not gonna lie, they really know how to add another FOMO effect into Genshin Impact. I just thought that her signature weapon always was a scythe, but I was kinda wrong, so now you know. Also tried multiple different weapons, like the Skyward Spine, to see if the color would change or anything like that, but no, it is still the same yellow scythe effect on it. And the same goes for the 4-star weapons, and as you can see, it's still the same scythe effect. It looks decent, but of course the signature weapon looks better. One other question that appeared the most in the comment section was if ARLECCHINO can be healed with food. Because we all know she has this passive ability which makes her basically ignore all the healing except for her ultimate ability. But what about food? What if you feed her? What's gonna happen? So let's try this actually out. As you can see, we got low HP and we also got Bond of Life. Now we're gonna try to eat some food. Let's go with the classic delicious chicken here. And there is an indicator that Bond of Life actually decreases. But we cannot even change the amount to use for the chicken. We have 76 chicken right now. Let's use it. We got 75. But Bond of Life didn't change. Nothing happens. So it basically also gets ignored. But this also changes when you go outfight, by the way. I think this is important to know. Because ARLECCHINO can actually be healed outfight. And when you use food now... Okay, sadly we are full. In this case, we're just gonna heal with Farina. Doesn't really matter where the heal comes from, but when you are outfight and you get healed, the Bond of Life actually decreases. It's also important to notice, because when you have a lot of Bond of Life left on your HP bar, you will not be able to get healed outfight. So you have like 3 options. You can either heal ARLECCHINO until her Bond of Life is gone, and then you can heal her the normal way. Or you just use food to heal her, outfight of course. Or if you have a burst ready, you can use her burst also outfight, and Bond of Life will disappear. One other very big question was if her Bond of Life decreases when she gets healed in fight. Let's find out. We have Bond of Life now. Let's use Farina's heal. Let's see if her Bond of Life decreases. Nothing happens. As you can see, Bond of Life also ignores the healing, which also is because of her passive ability. She literally just ignores all the healing, her Bond of Life ignores the healing, her HP bar ignores the healing, and it also ignores all the food you eat. How long does Bond of Life actually stay on her? Does it disappear after a while? The answer to this is no, it doesn't disappear. It has to be healed out with either food or a healer, or using her burst ability. Even teleporting to a different zone doesn't help. We're in Inazuma now, it's still on her. I tested this with 10 minutes and it still didn't disappear, so there's also no timer. This also can be very useful because you can use this for your next battle. Bringing us to the next question. Does higher Bond of Life mean more damage? The higher it is, the better? And the answer is yes. Her damage actually scales on the amount of Bond of Life and attack percentage you have. So that means the more Bond of Life you have, the better the damage is gonna be. And think about it like it's a Super Saiyan level or like a rage bar. The higher the rage bar, the more damage you will do. The next question I had was, how far can you actually jump onto the enemy with the elemental skill? Because when you use the elemental skill, ARLECCHINO will actually jump onto the enemy, basically auto-aiming on him. This can be very useful, especially in the abyss when an enemy is like further away. I tested this a little bit out, the range is pretty decent. Her Bond of Life actually has a requirement to convert it to pyro damage and to buff the damage of ARLECCHINO. So when does the buff actually stop? Let's find out. We're gonna reduce it by hitting enemies. Let's see. This also answers if there is a HP requirement. Can you get the pyro infusion if you only have 1000 HP? And yes, we still have pyro infusion, even when we are very low HP. So now we're getting to the range where I wonder, oh, you see, now the pyro infusion is gone and the damage is not getting buffed anymore. When your Bond of Life is this low, this means you have to get another elemental skill ready and buff your Bond of Life. This should answer it, I guess. One other question was if ARLECCHINO counts as outfight or out of combat when she is not on the field, right? Maybe it makes sense. Let's find out. I'm in fight now, just to make sure. We're gonna hit once with ARLECCHINO, changing to Baiju, using his elemental skill, which should heal the whole team. And as you can see, nothing happened. It still counts that she is in fight and she basically ignores the healing once again. So it doesn't matter which character you use, it doesn't matter if she's off field, she will still ignore the healing. One other question that appeared was if ARLECCHINO can be healed if she doesn't have Bond of Life active and is in combat. So this can be answered easily as well. No. You cannot. Even if she doesn't have Bond of Life active, she still cannot be healed. In combat, of course. One other thing I was interested in was if you can spend Bond of Life outfight just by hitting crystals. Let's find out. As you can see, we got some Bond of Life there. There's a crystal. Let's hit it. Nothing happens. So no, you cannot decrease ARLECCHINO'S Bond of Life outfight by hitting random objects. Which means you can only decrease it with heals or her burst ability. One of the biggest questions that was asked is, can ARLECCHINO be healed outfight? And yes, she functions like a completely normal character outfight. You can heal her even when Bond of Life is active. As you can see, we are outfight. You can heal her normally like a normal character. But of course, you have to reduce Bond of Life first to heal her properly. Which also gets reduced with heals or food. Or by using her burst ability. Another question that was asked is, does Bond of Life affect the other characters? No, it will only stay on ARLECCHINO. If you have Bond of Life active on ARLECCHINO from a kit and swap to a different character, Bond of Life will not go over to the different characters in your team. Which is different, I think, from the enemy version, because with the enemy version, I think it affects the whole team. But I'm just guessing here, not 100% sure. And these were the most asked questions that I found. If you also have another question or have information to share about her, which I missed in this video, please let me know in the comments. Because ARLECCHINO just came out and there's probably so much we still don't know. This was it with this video. It actually was a lot of fun testing this out. Also a very interesting mechanic, Bond of Life. It also is such a drastic gameplay change of Genshin Impact. It feels like I have to learn the game once again from new as a beginner, because I was so used of having a healer, but now this kind of changes with ARLECCHINO. It's been a while since I've been so excited for a character. Probably for Rinna was the last one where I was really excited about, but ARLECCHINO is a lot of fun. I can only recommend her if you like Pyro and polearm characters. You also should be a fan of aggressive playstyles, because she is a high risk, high rewarding character. But this was it with this video. If you enjoyed watching this, give this a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos of my channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. I hopefully see you in the next video. See ya then, bye bye.
Could only one world, one love, but the battle goes on, shadows of mass destruction. Ooh, yeah. Do 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 do. Baby, baby. Do 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 do. Ooh, yes. Do 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 do. Baby, baby. Do 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 do.